Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Rachel.
And welcome to Leisure Bit. And today we're coming to you from Sedgefield in the northeast of England. From Donnewell Farm certified location, which is a Caravan and Motorhome Club CL.
And also Hardwick Park.
And Sedgefield Farmers Market.
And boot sale as well.
So let's go and take a look. So today we're at Donnewell Farm, which is near Sedgefield, just off the A689. It's not far from junction 60 of the A1M, and it's about 6 miles from the A19. We phoned up and booked by telephone and had the option of either a hard standing or a grass pitch. Take a look at those in a little while, and it cost us £22 for the night for hard standing with water and electric. There's two parts to the CL. This part has the hard standing pitches with the water and electric hookup. There's another field that we passed on the left hand side on the way in, which has the grass pitches. We decided to choose the pitch at the end here just because it has a nice outlook across the grass. Gives you a little bit of a view of what you can see from this part of the CL as we reverse back onto the pitch. So we got set up on the pitch, and now let's take a quick look around Donnewell Farm certified location. So as you can see, there's quite a nice field just down the bottom of the CL, and it looks across to a pond in the middle. There is an electric fence around there to stop any animals going into the pond, and I think it's also to stop the animals coming across the CL. You can see the other pitches there. Again, each of them have got water and electrical hookup. There's the electrical connection there, and there's the water. There's a motorhome service point on the CL. And there's also waste disposal, chemical disposal, and some recycling facilities just to the right here. It was lovely and sunny the morning after, so let's just take a quick look across the site there. You can see the sun's just risen up, a little bit of dew on the ground, very nice indeed. And that's just a look across some of the fields surrounding the CL. Now here's a bit closer look at the pond, and you probably spot there's some geese. There's also just behind there a dog play area where you can rent a secure field to walk your dog in. We'll just take a look at the second bit of the CL here. You can see the grassed area as I mentioned earlier. And we're now going to take a walk into Sedgefield, which is about 10 minutes or so walk. And it's down a car-free lane, which is great. As Donnewell Farm's a working farm, we also got to see some animals such as the cows. Here's the entrance to the site, which is just off the A689, and we're actually going to head down this road here, which is gated off. You can take here cycle if you wanted to. Worth noting, there's a sign coming up that has Sedgefield to the left. Just carry straight on, that's if you're on a bike. We've now arrived at Sedgefield after about 10 minutes. There are a number of pubs and restaurants in Sedgefield, as well as a number of shops. We decided to have our dinner at the Dun Cow. We thought, well, if it's good enough for George Bush and Tony Blair, it's good enough for us. Wasn't badly priced and nice food as well. In the centre of Sedgefield, or close to it, there's a nice church. There's also a green, and it's surrounded by various shops, pubs and restaurants. Just take a look there. This is just giving you a little bit of a view of the centre of it rather than kind of looking further afield. There's plenty more to explore. Just on the outskirts, we've not covered it here, there's a Sainsbury's and also George Bull and Butchers, which does some nice meats and vegetables. So after we'd had a quick look around, finished our dinner, it was now time to head back to the site. And we're just going to head down the same lane that we came down on the way. There was a little hidden seat on the way back. And on the way there, of course. So we're now back at the CL and ready to settle in for the night. Worth noting, just on the 689 there's a garage and also a restaurant not far from the site. Roxy just having a quick walk there before we head in. It was a lovely bright morning the next day. Here's some shots of Roxy in the secure dog field. Again, you can rent that one out. I think it's called Paws Play. I'll pop a link in the description. But there's Roxy having a little bit of an explore in there and a run around. And it was now time to head on our way. Let's get Roxy and Rachel now back to the van and have a quick final look around before we head off. So that was Donnewell Farm, certified location near Sedgefield. Next we visited Hardwick Park, which is just outside of Sedgefield, just near the racecourse, and it's on the A177. The parking charge at Hardwick Park is £2 for 2 hours or £3 for all day. You can get annual passes if you wanted to visit frequently. There's a visitors centre and a cafe and various other places to look at when you're at Hardwick Park. There's also some toilets in this block as well. There's some old buildings which have been nicely restored as well that you can see as you walk around the park, and various other interesting objects to look at as well as the wildlife. There's various smaller lakes that have swans, geese, ducks, as well as other birds. Also saw a heron once there. Worth noting that dogs need to be kept on a lead except for at certain times of the day. There's information on the way in. There's lots of tracks and places to walk around the park. What we've looked at here is just some of the parks, so there's plenty of places to explore when you go there. So that concludes our whistle-stop tour of Hardwick Park near Sedgefield. There's a car boot sale on most Sundays, Thursdays and bank holidays at Sedgefield Racecourse, which isn't far from Hardwick Park, Sedgefield Village or the Donnewell Farm certified location. There's also Sedgefield Farmers Market, which is normally on the first Sunday of each month. It does vary location depending on the weather, so check for the latest. There's a link in the description below. So that's a quick look around Sedgefield Farmers Market. So there we go. There's a look around Sedgefield and things to do in the surrounding area. So Rachel, what did you think of Donnewell Farm Caravan and Motorhome Club certified location?
I liked it. It was a really nice site. Pitches were quite big. I loved the dog facilities for Roxy, so we went into the field on the morning. Equally, we liked the walk into Sedgefield as well. I liked it. I would recommend definitely. What about you?
Yeah, it was great. The walk was a nice, gentle 10-minute walk. Loved going to the Dun Cow Inn. As I say, George Bush got taken there by then Prime Minister Tony Blair back in 2003. So we thought, well, there you go. And the prices weren't bad either. So, nice meal. Plenty of other restaurants, of course, in Sedgefield as well for you to check out. And don't forget, there's also the George Boland Butchers, and there's a Sainsbury's, as I mentioned earlier on there, that are definitely worth checking out as well. Right then, we'll leave it there. Hope you found that useful, and hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration to visit Sedgefield and the surrounding area. And we will catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.